ultimate fanfare. Welcome to this week's episode of the PlayAction Podcast, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We got Brandon Hill, we got my dog Colin. What's up, bro?
Man, I'm good. I mean, there's so much to talk about that we're not able to get through everything in this one show. So we're gonna kind of stick to the NBA and then some big crazy trades everyone's seen in the NFL. We'll get to that last. I want to talk about it first, but we'll talk about it second because right now we're in the middle of the NBA Finals. It is the New York Knicks against the San Antonio Spurs. Before we get to that, Spurs dethrone the Thunder, and I'm trying to figure out, bro. Do you think? Yeah. So, exactly. Do you think the Spurs would just outcoach the Thunder, or were they just simply the better team? And I mean, Shea just won his second back-to-back MVP. They won the championship last year. They went 7 games with the Spurs, who I think they had like a 20-some-odd game turnaround. Let me know what you think. If are the Thunder done? Is their window closed?
I'm not gonna say they done. But I mean, this is gonna be a good rivalry, for the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the competitiveness, the Game 7, but this is also, this is how the NBA rolls. This is how the cookies crumble sometimes. Last year, when the Oklahoma City Thunder, when they won the championship, Halliburton from Indiana towards Achilles. Yeah, and then Jay Williams just had a hamstring. You know what I'm saying? They two guard. He was out most of the series. He was ineffective most of the series, and he was supposedly he was on a trading block, but apparently he shows his value right now. He was like, "Hey, bro, I'm not out there. We don't win the championship." You know what I'm saying? So I get it. He has some some leeway because I mean he was the starting 2 guard, but at the same time, they did have that starting power forward or center, whoever they want to call them. They only scored 4 points. Only took 2 field goals. Yeah, bro. Chet might end up in Milwaukee next season, okay, bro? He might be gone. I mean, after that performance in Game 7, bro, come on now, bro. Who wouldn't want Giannis on his team with Shea? Shea gave you 30. At least Shea gave you 30 like he did. He stepped up, did something. I'll take Giannis all day on this team. And, I mean, at least Giannis going to do something against Wemby. I feel like, personally, once Wemby dunked on Chet in, the first quarter, within 5 minutes of the game starting, that pretty much took him out the game. He mentally checked out after that. I was like, bro, you not going to fight back? You ain't going to do nothing? He'll catch the ball on the wing, wide open 3. He'll look at it and just pass the ball. Bro, you're not going to be aggressive at all. This is Game 7, bro. You got to go out on the shield. That's how the boys know. The boys know we go out swinging. So I don't know what that was. This was one of those all-time puzzling performances because I don't know what Chet was thinking. But also, I think it's the alien too, bro. Cause the alien, he 8'5", 8 foot dude out there. Come on, bro. This dude is crazy. Wemby presence alone changes a whole bunch of guys' shots and decision making around the basket. So I feel like it was partly Jay Williams and partly it's just Wemby, bro. It's just, and then the maturation of the rookie Harper and the second year Castle, that combination. It's going to be a scary combination moving forward with those 3 dudes, because they drafted Wemby, then Castle, then Harper. Those 3 dudes for the next 7 to 10 years is going to be nasty.
And don't forget about Vassell and Champagnie. Both them cats are key cogs in the San Antonio Spurs getting to this point.
Oh, shout out Vassell. He had the most timely, disrespectful dunk that all basketball players love. The unethical basketball that the Thunder was accused of playing all season long, and foul baiting and stuff like that. Yeah. Finally caught up to him, and everybody loved that last second dunk. But I want to ask you a question. Because me and my little cousin, we had a conversation earlier today. We noticed some things throughout the game. We seen Shea try to do the normal foul baiting, take a jumper and then try to fall with it at the beginning of the game, first quarter wise, and then he noticed he wasn't getting the calls, so he just went to straight hooping and got 30. You know what I'm saying? And got 30. And like that's all we as basketball fans want. Like, Shea, you're a good basketball player. You're above the foul baiting. Please just play straight up basketball. You're a hooper, bro. You 6'6" point guard. Who?
Oh, without a doubt. And all that comes down to coaching too. I'm gonna put that on the coach. They got Dick Gault's got them balling, really well. But you know what they look like? They look like a lot of the Thunder look like a lot of teams that get to the big game and they won last year, so this doesn't make sense. But they get stuck in ISO ball. They didn't run a single offensive set. It seemed like it was just like, give it to Shea and break him down. Give it to someone, break him down. And if you don't score, here come the Spurs. And Oklahoma City Thunder's defense was very, very good. I mean, Wembanyama had a okay game. He 15 shots, made 7, 22 points, something like that. In 42 minutes and 22 points, that's not the Wembanyama we're used to seeing. So I want to say the defense Chet offered, Isaiah Hartenstein offered, Jalen Williams all had great defense on Wembanyama. But they need to figure out how to generate offense when we can't get the free throws and we're not, and Wembanyama's locking up the middle. Shea can do so much, and he's an excellent player. He's an excellent one-on-one player. He's an excellent, inclusive player. But this was just Shea going one-on-one again and again and again and again, and everyone else just standing around watching. Like you said it before. Giannis is on the trade block. Chet, you can't be this guy that everyone's looking at you. I looked at you too. I was like, you got these tall guys who are very, very athletic, who can shoot three, can handle the ball. Chet's one of those guys. And you remember White Chocolate, Jalen Williams. We love Jason Williams. But he's like, when he's asked about Chet and Wemby, he's like, I like Chet. Hey, you like who you want? I like Chet. I wonder if he would say things differently now watching, not his guy, our guy, put on a performance like that in the biggest moment of his career. That was a James Harden performance. And Chet, you don't want to be that guy. Again, James Harden, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. But his Game 7 performances have not been that great. And Chet, don't let this be your defining moment because you're right. If I get a chance to trade a young guy for Giannis, we're going to see an NFL trade that's kind of like that too. And they made that trade. And I think both teams won after that. I think Oklahoma City, if you stay in pat where you are, you're going to be stuck. And they they have all those draft picks. They've got so many number one draft picks over the next 10 years. You could package some of those up with Chet or maybe keep Chet and make Giannis your new 5. Chet your 4. Giannis at the 5, Chet at the 4, Shea there at the 1. Who cares at the 2 and 3? That might be okay, but they can't stand pat. They cannot stand pat. Thunder are so talented, but for some reason they can't stand pat because the Spurs, they just have too many young cats. And other teams in the West ain't going to lay down for long, right? They're not going to lay down for long. So I don't know, man. We're going to see.
It's before we move on, it's funny that you say that with Jason Williams because I seen Jay Williams, White Chocolate. He was on some meme. He was at like a hotel balcony and talking about Chet. It was like, I'm not gonna do my boy. I'm not gonna do Chet like that. But my boys from Oklahoma in the group chat, they is lighting him up right now, bro. You gotta do more than that, bro. You gotta act like you gotta act like you care. And that's another thing that I as a fan of the NBA, I can appreciate after the game, when the clock went to 0, Wemby's emotion, crying and like, not being able to control himself. He's a 22-year-old kid, bro. Don't guys lay off of him. He's enjoying the moment. But like it brought me back to that moment when he lost as like a teenager in that like the World Cup, with the underage kids, and he was visibly upset when Chet won.
Chet was the MVP. He's the MVP.
Yes, exactly. That brought me back to that moment. This meant a lot to that dude, and you could tell at the end of the game how much it meant to him. And he was really passionate and really, heartfelt. And he was like, "I really don't like these guys. I really don't like them, and I'm happy." And I seen a couple of the Spurs players, the Thunder players, dap up, what I'm saying, and handshake. But most of them they didn't. They walked off and did their thing. But also, at the end of the game, I have never seen a player hug the whole team, bro. He had his arms around the whole team. I'm like, God dang, bro, how big is this dude? This dude's wingspan is ridiculous.
Not even out wide.
Come here.
Engulfed within his arm.
Groot. Remember the first Guardians of the Galaxy where Groot just encompassed everybody?
Oh,
yes. That's the best explanation I could give you, bro. That was alien like. That's the only thing I could compare that to. I was like, bro, how long is this dude's wingspan? But man, the future is bright in San Antonio with these dudes. Regardless of how the finals end up, the future is a bright future.
It is white hot, bright hot there in San Antonio. Because like I said, Wemby, everyone there is young. I mean, Harper he does not look like a rookie. He looks like an old crafty vet defensively, offensively. He was the number 2 overall pick for a reason, but holy cow, that kid can ball. And Stephon Castle, we've talked about him in nauseam. He is phenomenal, and if God forbid he gets a regular jumper, the league's in trouble.
Bro, he get a jumper. Oh, bro, if he go work with lethal shooter at the all season, bro, it's a problem. Also, before we move on, I seen some people bring up the fact that, you know how Wemby did the side quest last year in all season, Monks, Elijah Wan, KG. It's been talks about Wemby going to visit Dirk this off season. That would be a very interesting situation where you know how Dirk used to catch the ball and keep it high and just shoot off that back foot? Like we saw when Wemby shot that half court 3-pointer, and he went to the side and took the ball up and went up for his shot. Shea was there. You know what I'm saying? And
right there.
Just looked like ain't nothing we could do. The ball was above his head now.
You can't stop it. If he missed it, he missed it. But it's like I can't stop it.
But like
a foot taller.
But that at the free throw line, oh my God, bro. That because I think it was Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas said, he was like, bro, if Wemby just takes his time and like be patient and catch the ball at the free throw line, catch the ball high and turn around and keep the ball and just rise up and shoot, there's nothing nobody in the league can do nothing with that. Unfortunately.
No, not at all. Not at all. He's a uniquely sized, right, and unique abilities, but it's that hand-eye coordination that is just so unique that it's beyond even Giannis. I mean, we talk about Giannis, man, he's unstoppable. He doesn't have the downhill that Giannis has, and I think that really comes down to Giannis is just a bigger, thicker, shorter, more compact power.
That's coming. That's coming.
Exactly, yeah. And when he starts to, his muscles become a little more dense, he's not going to be big. He's never going to put on he's going to be like Wilt. Wilt was just very lean, but very, very powerful. He was at one point, I don't know if I completely believe the 500-pound bench, but I know he was really strong. He was, Olympic level high jumper, long jumper, sprinter. He was a Renaissance man. Victor Wembanyama has got elements of that in him, and his personality, his humbleness, everything combined makes him the new face of the NBA, and that's saying a lot since we love Anthony Edwards. He's my face of the NBA right now, but Victor Wembanyama might take it if they take this title.
I'm going to be honest with you. The psychoness, the fact that he's making up reasons to get mad at dudes, and he might be my favorite player over Ant right now, because I'm seeing it after every meme, every video I seen on social media. I see the comment section. Kobe would be proud. Kobe would love this. Kobe would love him. I was like, I'm like, this is my dog. This is my new running mate. You know what I'm saying? So like, I had when my boy Derrick Rose was a rookie, you know what I'm saying, early in his career, I seen the greatness in him. I'm seeing the greatness in Wemby. I'm a fan. I'm jumping on the bandwagon. I love his mentality. I love what he's doing for the game. This is a great situation right now.
I agree 100%. And again, the next topic, Knicks, Spurs, Knicks, however you want to put it. At the end of this, no matter what, I'm still going to be a fan of Victor Wembanyama. I am going to hate him for the next 4 to 7 games. Okay?
Hell, bro, it's his face. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a sore loser, so I'm very hateful during anything I'm doing that's competitive, whether it's spades, whether it's basketball. It could be making paper airplanes. I'm going to hate the person across from me, and so thankfully none of my family members that I know of are Spurs fans, so I don't have to disown them during the series. But I had cousins who were from Boston. When it was Giants Patriots, I absolutely hated them. And I'm sorry, Telly and Linda and Maya and Trinity and all that. I don't hate y'all for real, but during our teams, you know not to call me.
Yeah.
But anyway, Knicks Spurs. And I want to go by position. You give me what you think the advantage is, right? And also how the corresponding players are going to be guarded by those opposing teams. So the first one is going to be point guard. So we got De'Aaron Fox, who I'm a huge fan of De'Aaron Fox. When he came out of college, I was a huge fan of De'Aaron Fox. And my guy, Jalen Brunson. Who's guarding who? Because I don't think they're guarding each other. Well, Fox may guard Brunson, but I don't think Brunson's going to guard Fox.
Well, in this matchup, I'm definitely giving the matchup to Brunson. I'm a realist. Brunson is a better offensive player. I mean, Fox, he's a fast guard. Yeah. He can get to the basket. He's crafty. He's smart too. He's a veteran. At 28, it's kind of crazy, but he's a veteran.
Right.
And I respect his game, but I don't feel like he's going to be guarding Brunson as his primary, like the primary defender. I think it's going to be Castle or Harper, but I'm excited to see this matchup. The point guard matchup for the finals is that's my marquee matchup. I mean, we know Wemby and Cat they gonna battle. They gonna do what they do. I feel like we gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? We get there when we get there. But as far as the point guards, I'm going with the Knicks. I'm going with the Knicks as the edge because it's the young boys. You know what I'm saying? I think the young boys will be the ones that actually guard, you know what I'm saying, Brunson.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see how the young boys take the challenge because I was impressed how they took the challenge with the back-to-back MVP with Shea. And I think it was game 1 when Castle dunked on Shea and then looked at him and stared him down and ran back down the court. I was like, oh, you competing. I love this. I like this type of basketball. So yes, I'm eager to see what these matchups going to produce. Like I love good basketball and competitive basketball. So I'm excited to see where this thing is going to go. But yeah, my take on it is Brunson got this. How you feel about it?
I agree. I definitely take Brunson in this, and you're right. They're not going to guard each other. When Fox is too fast for Brunson to guard. Brunson's going to guard probably Champagnie if I got to grab anyone. I think Fox will probably guard Josh Hart. I think Josh Hart will probably guard De'Aaron Fox because he guarded Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell gave him fits because he's very, very crafty with the ball in his hands. It's hard to keep him down, but De'Aaron's not as crafty with the ball like that. He's quicker. Not as good a shooter. I think Hart's going to try to do his best with him. And I think Jalen Brunson's going to be guarded mostly by Stephon Castle. Castle's going to be your strongest guy. They've seen before that Dyson Daniels, big, strong guards, do very well against Jalen Brunson. At least the best against Jalen Brunson. Now, Brunson is not like Shea. Brunson does kind of foul bait a little bit, but not with flopping. He just does a lot of pump fakes, head moves, and so you're legit fouling him, but he's really good at doing it. And I think that's going to be a key.
Ethical basketball.
Ethical basketball, yes. Okay, there's one thing Brunson does that I don't like, but it's in my favor, is that he draws a lot of charges. He drew the most charges this year in the regular season. I'm not a huge fan of that play. But
I'm not either, but
I am in this series, and I want him to try to get Stephon Castle in foul trouble. That's what I want.
Hey, bro. Hey, we don't necessarily like it because we don't call it charges in street basketball, so that's kind of where where we're at. But you gotta respect the dude that put his body on the line to take the charge.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I gotta respect that because that's a little dude. That ain't the biggest dude out there. I mean, he a little thicker than everything. But if he putting his body in position to take the foul and take the charge, I gotta rock with dude. I gotta rock with him.
That's my guy. And so, like I said, I'm hoping he draws a couple charges without getting hurt, against Castle, against Harper. Slow them young boys down because they are springy. They got energy for days. I mean, I think they can really go through several, 7 games back to back. And they're I worry about some of the older guys, but I'm not worried about them at all. Moving forward to the wings, speaking of those young cats, and the wing guys, I'm kind of putting him in. I feel like Paul Pierce when I say wing guy. He's a wing guy, but anywhere between that 2 to 2, 3, 4. Yeah. San Antonio doesn't really have any real power forwards. They got Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Champagne can shoot the lights out. Dylan Harper and Keldon Johnson as their main wings. All of them young, strong. Most of them are pretty quick, decent defenders. Against the Knicks, we got Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Jordan Clarkson, and Landry Shamet. I would say maybe not as fleet of foot as San Antonio, but they're bigger, stronger, and they're all better shooters. So I will still take. That's why I think the Knicks have the biggest advantage is that middle group of wings. I think the Knicks wings are better than the Spurs wings only because they've been around longer. They have more playoff experience. They're more ready to sit there and bang. It's going to be a long series. Can these young cats deal with the old heads? It's the classic young guy versus old guy, 3-on-3, right?
Yep.
Can the young guys get out and stretch out the old guys, or the old guys going to go and back them down and beat them down with back to the basket basketball?
I mean, I'm picking. I'm rolling with my Spurs, bro. These young boys is going downhill. They going downhill and they trying to dunk on them boys. And then once I seen Vassell block, checks dunk, and then push him and then get in his face. And he said some, my homeboy, my little cousin, some key words. I was like, whoa. This is my type of basketball. This is my type of playoff basketball. So I can appreciate that. So I'm picking the Spurs because I like the boys going downhill. I get it. Yeah, I understand. They're going to have to go against some vets. They're going to have to go against some savvy vets. But I feel like this last series, especially with Harper and Castle, man, Harper, he impressed me with that fourth quarter step back 3. I was like, bro, for you to take that type of shot in this type of moment, hey, kudos to you, bro. Kudos to you. You got some guts. Oh, also before I want to make sure I bring this up. I forgot to bring it up when we was talking about the Spurs. Shout out my boy Cornette, bro. Cornette
with the chase down block.
Yes. The LeBron S chase down block, bro. Come on, bro. You gotta give him all the credit. He played 2 minutes and probably came up with one of the best impactful plays of the game. Yes, like, bro, I was like, oh my God, bro. And like, he did it so clean with both hands up and got ball. Like, he got some body. Yeah, it is what it is with the legs and stuff.
He was straight up and down.
Yeah, he was straight up and down with the ball. He blocked that, bro. And I was like, oh my God. Oh, this is going down in Spurs lore. Like, there was already in the comment section talking about, oh, he shouldn't have to pay for another meal in San Antonio the rest of his life after that block, that chase down block, that effort. I was like, hey, bro, yeah, they win the chip. They gonna remember that one.
I was like, only if they win the chip. If they win the chip, this will be forgotten. But if you win the chip, this is a key block that got you to. They're gonna count that as the Ray Allen shot that's gonna vault you to the play. Next round. Not quite yet, but it was important. And I love what Victor Wembanyama said after the game. He says, I didn't even, see what happened after the play, but what he did, that's game-winning basketball. That's game-winning basketball play. And I love it. That's the exact thing. That's the exact right thing to say. Cornette, I mean, he's the elder statesman, right? And so it's probably not as a big deal to him. He's probably done that before. But on the biggest stage, on Game 7, against the reigning champs, defending champs, current MVP, man, you just can't write a better story for Luke.
Oh man, can't write another better story, man. I love to see him, so I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that before we, move forward. I mean, I know we was going to the big man, but I was like, bro, it sparked in my head. I had to say it. Yeah. I was like, bro, that was the play of the game to me. I was on the edge of my seat when I seen that. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I was like, yeah. I like to see the bench players have impactful moments. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Speaking of centers, before we get to the bench, so I'm not even going to talk about Victor Wembanyama. I don't think anyone needs to talk about him. He's the best center in the game. He's the future of the league. He is the engine that runs the San Antonio Spurs. However, and by the way, also, he is the best player on the court. Okay? He's the best player on the court. Brunson would be number 2, but Wembanyama's number 1. The third best player on the court, though, was Karl-Anthony Towns. And I think that this is the worst matchup for Victor Wembanyama. Not because Karl-Anthony Towns is so tough and is going to rough him up. Quite the opposite. Okay? Karl is a finesse player, and he gets a bunch of stupid fouls. So if he can cut down those fouls, he's going to drive Wembanyama away from the basket. Because the Knicks are not going to put in Mitchell Robinson for Wembanyama to guard, so he can just sit the basket. No, Karl-Anthony Towns is going to be out there at the corner, just like he says, or he's going to be top of the key. Wembanyama is going to have to drift out, neutralizing his shot blocking ability for our guys who run to the hole. When you see the Knicks play, you see a lot of drive and kick. Wembanyama is going to be running back and forth, trying to guard the lane while also guarding Karl-Anthony Towns. So if Towns can hit a couple key threes in the beginning of the game, in the first quarter, it's going to be a long day for Victor Wembanyama, and I feel really, really comfortable that they're also not going to do hack-a-Mitch when Mitch comes in, because if you hack Mitch, he's going to have to sit down, and then Wembanyama is going to have to guard another shooter. So I think that this is going to be a really good matchup for Wembanyama. I'm not saying he can't overcome it, but he's going to have to sit there and play honest, legit basketball. You're going to have to guard people. You're going to have to guard your actual opponent, which he hasn't had to do. You have to guard your opponent 94 feet to the three-point line, and Karl-Anthony Towns also likes to drive. So it's going to be interesting. Advantage Wembanyama, but not that much.
Hey, I'm cool with that. Cat, if we can get Cat to fall in love with that three-point shot, I'm okay with that. Because I feel like...
Sure? He's sitting on
I feel like... I hear you. But, that's currently right now. But I'm going with lifetime. Like, I don't trust Cat's consistent three-point making ability over 7 games. Okay, 7-game series. I just don't trust it.
He's 40% for his career.
Hey, I hear you.
I mean that's right up there with Steph and some of those other guys.
I hear you.
I mean Wemby 34%, 37% in the postseason.
That's been my criticism of Cat my whole career. I didn't like how bro, you 7 foot, go by the basket, bro. I know you can shoot threes, but like, hey, bro, if he could get it, if he could do it, and we can live with that, I'm okay with that. I know it sounds weird, but hey, I feel like I'm okay with Wemby's perimeter defense against Cat. I'm okay with that. I'll live with that.
I would take Wemby's perimeter defense. What I'm saying is if Cat can hit a couple threes and drag Wemby to Cat there at the 3-point line, I'm taking OG, Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart against all them folks with San Antonio because they all can't play stellar defense at the same time. It's always one there. And you're right. I think Wembanyama, if Karl-Anthony Towns decide to go to the basket like you were saying, it's a long day for us. Because he's not going to score against Wemby, right?
Exactly.
I don't want him at the basket. I want him out there at the 3-point line making Victor actually play real on-ball defense. Victor's a help defender. Okay, if you think about it, he's a help defender. He hasn't had to guard centers. They're not shooting against him. So he constantly drifts off, block shots, alter shots, better than anyone we've ever seen. So I want to see him actually guard somebody one-on-one. I expect him to win that matchup, by the way. I expect him to win that matchup. But he's going to have to actually work. And he's going to be tired. He's going to be tired because Brunson's going to be driving in. Because Cass is going to keep Brunson from scoring, but he's not going to keep him from driving. Brunson's going to drive all day. And Cat has got to hit those shots.
But see, the thing with me, though, with Cat, if he's out on the 3-point line, a smaller person can guard him. Like, a smaller person can get a hand in his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, somewhat. They're not going to affect his shot too much. But... Yeah. He's more guardable shooting a 3-pointer from a smaller dude versus, you know what I'm saying, Wemby. So I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But we understand Cat is a definite threat. He's like you said, third best player on the court. You know, hands down.
And he's passing the ball now. Have you seen that? He's averaging 6 assists a game in the postseason. And he's had a few games where he had a couple triple doubles, and a couple games with 8 assists. So that's another thing. He's actually passing the ball, not something I'm used to seeing him doing. So it's I think it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. And now next going to the bench, man. Okay, again, I would normally take the Knicks bench, but the Spurs have Dylan Harper coming off the bench. If he was starting, I feel more comfortable with the Knicks bench, but he's coming off the bench. So now it's like it's Dylan Harper, Keldon Johnson. Who else they got over there? They got a bunch of good guys on the bench. I like the Knicks bench too, though.
But does Vassell start?
Yeah, he starts.
Yeah, okay, he starts. Okay, I mean, you got the young boy, the other. I'm not gonna lie, the other young boy that came in and shoulder check Shea, SGA, Carter Bryant, the light skinned dude with the braids.
Yeah. You mean Dirty Draymond? Man, he's
hey, bro.
You can't come in here and just go and throw someone an elbow in the back. I think that should have been a Jokic come back and break your back like he did to Marcus Morris.
Hey,
that's what they should have done to that kid. Break his back.
I feel you, but I'm okay with what he did. He was like, bro, you want a foul bait? We're going to give you something to foul you for. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you a hard foul.
He fouled the little guy.
No, I'm talking about when he fouled Shea. I ain't talking about the power forward that came in. I'm talking about the light skinned dude. He ran into Shea's like back shoulder or something. I ain't talking about the dude that Wemby did the little hey, get him. You know what I'm saying?
To me, I didn't like that either. I didn't like that.
I ain't like that.
As soon as he said it, here comes Bismack Biyombo, who's got no offensive skill. Good defensive player. You're just like a hockey player goon. You don't even come with a hockey stick. You're just coming to punch somebody. And to me, I think that's low rent. And so, Victor, that's not Buddhist-like at all. So I'm trying to doubt your whole Buddhist trip. When you're now promoting violence, and you're trying to promote, oh, yeah, I'm all about peaceful. Shut your big butt up. I don't want to hear it. And right now, of course, I'm a Knicks fan, so I'm hating on him. So he's a bunch of crap to me. He's a faker. Victor Wembanyama is being fake. That's what I'm going to say.
Hey, psycho. He's a
finesse player. He ain't no psycho. Ron Artest is a psycho, right?
Yeah. But hey, that's the closest thing we got right now. Okay, it's 2026, bro. It's 2026. We ain't gonna get too many Ron Artest's no more. You know what I'm saying? We ain't getting too many of those.
We need one though. We need one.
Yeah. Yes, we do. I definitely feel you.
I love the way he plays, the intensity. Maybe Russell Westbrook will just lose his mind a little bit and just start punching people. I need to do that. No, I don't need.
I feel you.
Hey, so check this out. Remember, I was just talking about coaching. I think is what took the Thunder down. I think they're a fine team, but I think it was coaching. Both these teams have, well, the Knicks, Mike Brown is a more seasoned coach, but it's not like he's had a whole lot of head coaching experience. It's not like he's been head coaching for 20 years. He's been assistant coaching more often than not, but he's had several stints. Mitch Johnson, young, new coach, heck of a coach. Reminds me a lot of Joe Mazzulla, where he's able to make in-game adjustments. He's not afraid of the moment. He's going to get mad when he needs to get mad, but he's not going to get too mad where he's going to hurt his team. Do you take the new school young blood with the stud, Spurs, Mitch Johnson, or the steady, been to the finals before, Mike Brown, but I don't think anyone puts Mike Brown on that level. And if he wins a championship, they're going to. But for some reason, Mike Brown does not get a lot of love. Even when the Knicks hired him, it was a big point of contention with a lot of fans.
Hey, bro. As far as I'm concerned, I'm with Mike Brown. This is an excellent story. The Sacramento Kings got rid of Mike Brown and De'Aaron Fox, and both of them are in the finals this year.
Love it.
This is an awesome like Cinderella story for both of them dudes. And I like this. And then the fact that Mike Brown swept the Cavaliers that fired him last series. Yes. So it's like that was awesome. So I'm a Mike Brown, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Brown fan, so I'm always gonna root for him because like he had some like bad situations in the past. He played Coach LeBron. He did what he did with LeBron. Did what he could. It was what it was. The team,
right.
wasn't what I'm saying? Wasn't he could only do so much with that team, but he got to the finals. With LeBron. So
they balled out.
Hey.
And he's assistant with Golden State. He's
exactly. He
won
a chip. Yeah, won a chip with Golden State. So I'm with Mike Brown. So I'm never going to root against Mike Brown. But hey, bro, Wemby, the coach that has the alien on his side. Oh man. But I'm going Mike. Yeah, I'm going Mike Brown. I'm going Mike Brown.
I like that. I'm with Mike Brown too. Although Mitch is coming from the pop coaching tree. I mean, directly. I mean, he's literally picked right off the same tree. And in the mid-season at that, starting last year, it's kind of like, man, it's really hard to root against young talent like that when you see how good they're going, even though I'm a Knicks fan. So obviously I'm rooting for Mike Brown, but I really like to see what Mitch Johnson's doing. I really like what he's doing with his team. I love the way his team rallies around him. I love his relationship with Coach Popovich. But like you said, I got to ride with Mike Brown. He's been making in-game adjustments. I mean, the fact they were down 22 with 7 minutes left in the fourth against Cleveland game 1, and you come back and win that game, just speaks volumes, not just about the team, but about the coach. The coach could have pulled him. I mean, a lot of coaches do. They're down by 20 with 5 minutes left, 6 minutes left. They pull their starters, fight for another day.
Yep.
He's like, nah, we're going to keep playing. We're going to keep balling. We're going to keep pushing. And slowly but surely chipped away, and we know the rest is history. So I'm with you there. So now, bro, give me what's your prediction? Spurs, Knicks, how many games and who's winning?
Spurs, game 7. I got to go with Wemby. Hey, I know, bro. I know the Knicks fans, bro, but hey, I give you game 7, bro. I ain't saying they gonna win in 5 or 6 or something like that. I say it's gonna be. I feel like with Wemby, we talked about it off camera, but Wemby throwing the Brunson 61 point game ball out in the stands, I feel like Wemby might be finding another reason to get upset at somebody, finding another reason to be mad. I'm okay with that. And theatrical playoff basketball, I'm all here for.
Yes, it's gonna be fireworks.
Yeah,
it's gonna
absolutely.
Be yeah.
So I'm calling game 7. I would prefer to be like a last minute, game buzzer beater, saying type of situation. That'd be awesome especially for the league. But right now, the Knicks are in the finals. We can't really get too much better than that right now for the NBA because, like, the Mecca, the place where basketball was born is in the finals. So it's. But speaking of that, bro, have you seen how much the finals tickets are going for?
No. Yes. And it's crazy.
Six figures.
Yes.
Like, it's crazy when the New York Giants and New York Jets players are second guessing buying tickets. Yeah. They're like, I don't know if I'm gonna buy this. I might just watch it at the house, bro. Like, I ain't know if I'm paying that much prices for the ticket. I'm like,
exactly.
Giants rookie millionaires.
Yeah. Colton Hood was on a panel. Rookie, we picked him in the 3rd round, and he's telling me, man, I want to go see the Knicks. I want to go see the Knicks play. Yeah, he saw them price like, I'm a rookie. 3rd round, maybe not. I got some money, but I just don't know how taxes work yet. So let me just hold on to that house before you spend it on a 3-hour ticket to watch a game that, it ain't even really your team. You're a Knicks fan because you're in New York now, but you were a Knicks fan before this. So save your money, bro. Seriously, save your money. Unless it goes game 7, then you spend the money and go to San Antonio and root for the Knicks, please. I'm going to take the Knicks in 6. I think the Knicks lose game 1. And then, Knicks lose game 1, win 3 straight, lose game 5, win in San Antonio win in New York game 6.
Okay.
That's my prediction. Knicks in 6. And I'm not putting money on it. I am not going to shout it from the rooftops like, I know this to be true. It is just, that's my hot take. Because I'm a Knicks fan. The Knicks are doing something I've never seen them do in my life. And I've seen them make the finals a couple times. We went to Game 7 in 94 against the Rockets.
Yep.
But it's been a while. And we've never faced someone like Victor Wembanyama before. And come out victorious. We lost against the Dream. I put the Dream way above Wembanyama at this point in time. So I think the Knicks at least have a chance this time. Now, next year, I don't know. Wembanyama's going to get a lot better. And he's going to keep getting better. So if we're going to win, this is our only chance to win. This opportunity is not going to come up year after year after year. We Knicks fans know when you got a star as a gatekeeper, MJ, still hate you. You got to take chances when you can.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
One of our few chances that we're going to have. On to the NFL. Bro. So, I heard about the Myles Garrett trade 2 hours before we got on here. And someone had yelled it to me saying, "Are you effing kidding me?" And I was like, what are you talking about? Myles Garrett to the Rams! I said, shut your mouth. Stop it. No, he got traded. Where'd he go? No, he said to the Rams. For what? Now, the guy told me he doesn't really watch football that much, so he said he got him for nothing. And he said, so a first round and 2 second-round picks and a player. That player's Jared Verse, by the way. Jared Verse, 2-year NFL player, Defensive Rookie of the Year, 2-time Pro Bowl in both his years. Yeah, he's not getting 22 sacks. Okay, he only had 7.5 sacks, but it's in the role he plays. But Jared Verse is a hyper-athletic, 25-year-old, edge, off-ball linebacker who can pretty much do everything on the field, with the exception of what Myles Garrett can do. And Cleveland got three good picks, a first and 2 seconds. Granted, Myles Garrett's 30. He's on the wrong side of 30. Yeah, he's a dominant player, but Cleveland's not going anywhere. Get something, build around what you got. Rams, they're sticking with the F them picks theory, and F that first round pick you got Jared Verse for a couple years ago, and as well as another first and 2 more seconds. They also got Trent McDuffie from the Chiefs to shore up their secondary. I don't know if any team has better odds. Hell, they're even money to win the NFC West. Even money to win the NFC West. Don't even bet on them. You're not going to win anything. You're just going to break even if they win. What in the ridiculousness is going on here? Granted, Cleveland did good, but what did you power them up for? Do you just hate the rest of the NFC? I'm frustrated.
Bro, oh my God. This is going back to Sam Darnold days. It's like, bro, really, bro? You just gave this team another all-time dominant defensive lineman, bro. Like
the most.
Like, how do you go from legendary defensive lineman to legendary defensive lineman? I don't understand it, bro. I don't get it. When I seen the trade come off across the screen, I was like, oh my God, are you serious? And of course, I'm concerned about my boy Shador. I'm like, bro, how are you getting rid of players for my boy Shador, bro? He supposed to be trying to win games and stuff like that. But when I seen they got Verse, I was like, okay, they got Verse. Okay, all right, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too mad. I ain't too bad. But generational talent, bro. Come on now, bro. Myles Garrett is one of them dudes that look like Superman. Like, you don't get rid of those type of dudes. But
Superman.
Yeah, but But hey, shout out Cleveland because they somehow convinced him to come back last year because he was about to walk.
Yep.
They talked him back to getting coming back, and they got something for him. So he didn't walk out the door without nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, because we know Cleveland is not the top destination place for NFL players. That's not their number one choice. So I get it. That's the only way they will get some talent in. But I'm not a fan of it because my boy Shador lost, Myles Garrett. But oh man, the Rams, they going all in. They said F the Seahawks. We're coming for it, bro. Like you guys, we should have been in the Super Bowl. So, hey, this if anything, this puts them over the hump.
Because you got a motivated Myles Garrett. I mean, he's early. He broke the sack rate last year. You got someone that's motivated. He's like, wait, I'm going to the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
You're going to the playoffs every single year,
Yeah.
bro. I'm playing for a Super Bowl. Yeah, you can be playing for a Super Bowl every year. Matt Stafford's here.
Yep.
Yeah, you have an opportunity for that. That's disgusting. But I think Cleveland won that trade as well. Because Jared Verse, if the Rams would have traded Jared Verse by himself, he would be worth 2 first-round picks. Because only Michael Parsons 2 first-round picks, and then who would they Knicks trade for? Max Crosby also 2 first-round picks before the trade got nicked.
Yeah.
So I think Jared Verse would be right there because he's younger than both those guys. So giving him up plus a first-round pick to get the most dominant, maybe the only player that's more dominant than Aaron Donald, maybe, and you get him in the prime of his career with Matt Stafford, who just signed a new 2-year deal. So Matt Stafford's like, hey, I was gonna retire, but I came back for a year. Maybe I'll come back for 2 since Myles here.
Yeah.
Maybe this just secures Matt Stafford's legacy as, instead of just the greatest quarterback, of this year or last year's MVP, he could be one of the greatest quarterbacks of this generation. If he wins the Super Bowl this year, and I know I'm getting ahead of it, and the Super Bowl next year because Myles Garrett's here, that's how strongly I feel about Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
He's going to go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks in history instead of just being another good quarterback who won 1 chip like Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and the like. So, big ups to the Rams. Shout out to Cleveland Browns. I think the extra draft capital is going to be good for Shedeur or whoever they have as a quarterback to add more receivers, add more linemen, add everything that they need on offense to be a functioning team for the first time in a long time.
Just a quick question. Brett Favre, he got 2, right?
He's got 1.
He got 1?
Yep.
So this puts him in Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I mean, once you win multiple,
Troy Aikman.
You're in unique. You're right there. Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Let's say Troy Aikman. Bradshaw's got multiple. Obviously Brady and then
Steve Young got multiple.
Steve Young, he's got 3.
Yeah.
So but Stafford, the way he's doing it, the one thing I like about Stafford, not hijinks about Stafford, but let's look at, obviously people kind of gave him flack because he had a Megatron, Calvin Johnson.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
We had Calvin to throw to. Okay, well then after Calvin retired, they got Kenny Galladay. Kenny Galladay, roughly the same, not quite as big as Megatron, half as fast. His first 6 years in the league before he left to go to the Giants were identical to Calvin Johnson. Okay, so who made who? And I'm not saying he made Calvin, but it's not like he did the same thing with Kenny Galladay. Then who also had the greatest season, one of the greatest seasons of all time? Cooper Kupp, right? 1,800 yards, Triple Crown winner. Who's his quarterback? Matt Stafford. Puka Nacua came out of nowhere, having some monster. Who's Puka Nacua's quarterback? Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford, to me, is already one of the greatest quarterbacks. He just doesn't have the hardware to back it up, and he gets some hardware, a la Myles Garrett. People might say, he had Myles Garrett. So what? He also had Aaron Donald at one point in time. No one cares about that. They just, he's going to go down one of the greatest. If they can bring a chip, or 2 more, man. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be great for his.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm happy for him. Now, Myles Garrett's is going to improve Matt Stafford's legacy more than this next trade is, because the next trade, I don't know how it's going to go except for pretty good, and that is A.J. Brown to the Patriots. Eagles are getting weaker, and I love it. And the Patriots, I don't think they're any stronger, because Stephon Diggs had a phenomenal year last year. He was one of the most efficient receivers, 1,000-yard season with a rookie quarterback. Now you're bringing A.J. Brown. Stephon Diggs is gone. A.J. Brown's good, too. He doesn't run routes as good as Diggs, but he's got good hands. He's big. He's fast, reliable for the most part. I don't think Patriots are any stronger now with A.J. Brown unless they bring Diggs back. But the Eagles, for sure, Mekhi Lemon better be the guy. Mekhi Lemon better not be the Jalen Reagor Eagles drafting when Justin Jefferson was still sitting there waiting. I'm hoping the Eagles did the same thing and hoping Mekhi Lemon is just another Jalen Reagor and he's just going to be another body. Another Freddie Mitchell, another ho-hum Eagles receiver.
Yeah. I feel you, because, hey, we going to see. But I was tired of A.J. Brown's mouth. Like, talking bad about the quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Whining every week, bro.
Every week. Yeah.
Every week, bro. It was, you hearing him complain about something, bro. So now he with the Patriots. and he gonna see how the quarterback play for the Patriots are, and we gonna see how that situation is. It's like, bro, I doubt that you start whining like that when you're part of the Patriots organization. We gonna see how that go.
Who's their coach? Mike Vrabel.
Vrabel,
not gonna care about your whining. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly.
AJ, you're not used to having a coach bigger than you.
Bigger than you. Yeah. So you ain't gonna be able to punk him like you can punk some of these other coaches. So it's like, bro.
Absolutely, yeah. He's not gonna talk like he talked Nick Sirianni, talking outside of his neck there. Sure, because Nick is just a talker. He's not gonna do anything back. He's Nick is like AJ. They're both whiners. Mike Vrabel might punch you in the mouth.
Yeah. Legit.
Yeah. But I think AJ's gonna be happy. Drake's gonna go for 4,000 yards again, and AJ hasn't had a 4,000-yard quarterback ever. Because before he was in Tennessee, he might put up some good numbers. He's got the.
We're gonna see. I'm just happy that I don't have to deal with him whining all season long again. Yeah. That was getting redundant, bro. I was like, bro, why are you talking bad? Y'all winning, bro. Like, you are winning. Like, why are you tripping? But I couldn't understand it. But AJ Brown is AJ Brown, bro. He is what it is. I don't understand where that relationship went sour, because I understand that Hurts hosted him on a recruiting trip when he came to Alabama. So I don't know where that relationship went south, but apparently it went south because he's out of there. But I'm happy for the situation, because hopefully he could be in a productive situation with the Patriots. And I don't like the Patriots getting stronger, because I don't understand how two of the top 4 teams last year, like the last 4 teams, 2 of the top last 4 teams got stronger today.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but hey, shout out the Patriots and shout out to the GM, because AJ Brown is an excellent pickup. But I'm happy that he's off the Eagles, because I don't have to hear his mouth anymore. And my boy, what's the boy other wide receiver? His name, I can't think of his name right now. The little skinny Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, he's a star, and he gonna continue to be a star. So hey, babe, it's gonna be less of a spotlight on this team, because Devontae Smith is a real even keel, cool type of dude. He ain't gonna be causing no ruffles. So it's a cool situation. I'm good for him. I don't know what the Eagles got in return for AJ Brown, but
a first and a fifth. They got a first and a fifth.
Okay. Yeah. I can live with that. Yeah, I can live with that. I mean, I would have wished they would have did the move before the draft, so they could have drafted this year. You know what I'm saying? Be productive. Something upcoming season. But it is what it is. But like I said, I'm happy that Brown's out of there. He doesn't have to be complaining again and again. Every week by week. So it's not gonna be a drama show. So I appreciate this. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in this week to this episode of PlayAction Podcast. Continue to keep liking, subscribing, commenting, let us know on all social platforms. And I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all again next week. We'll holler at y'all.
Yes, sir. We got a lot of stuff to talk about the NFL.
Welcome to the show where the game comes alive. Breaking down the plays, we keep the spirit high. From the field to the mic with passion and flair. It's the PlayAction Podcast, your ultimate fanfare. It's all some more fanfare.